Hello and welcome to the Climbing Daily Wednesday news show. Today we've got a story from the highest mountain in the world, and a friend and contributor of the show sent his hardest ever sport route. Okay, second show of the year, Terry. Some big decisions to make today towards the 9B counter. What we're going to do with that?
I think we made a decision.
We have.
Have we?
I think we potentially have, yeah.
Are we putting it to the public?
We've got to run it by the peeps, for
Yes.
sure. Absolutely, yeah.
So wait for the 9B counter bit of news. But my first news of the day is from Spain because Anak Verhoeven sent a 9A. Twice. Anak Verhoeven climbed Escalamaster, a 9A in Perles, Spain. The line is stunning. It's a 40-meter route that starts with a physical AB+, all on tufas, then there's a good rest with a knee bar. The upper section totally changes style, becoming more delicate and on small crimps on a slightly overhanging wall. Anak actually climbed this route twice in a day, the first time with a knee pad and once without.
You what now?
Twice.
Why?
What? Yeah, without knee pads. I mean, she finally settled the debate because on her Instagram, she goes on to saying that yes, the second time without a knee pad was more of a challenge. But that's also what I mean. She also climbed a 9A before that and took a short rest because of the time and stuff.
So do you think she did it twice to prove just to make sure of the grade, just to be like, look, I did it every way possible, it's definitely the grade? Or do you think it was like a sort of experiment?
Maybe she's training. I don't
Imagine
know.
training on a 9A, like just having a casual day, setting it a couple of times.
Do you know the route I'm talking about? Because it's absolutely beautiful.
Not personally, no. Tell me about it.
Have you not tried it?
I've not tried it.
Really?
No, I haven't gone near it.
There's a video on EpicTV Italia actually about Laura Rogora doing this route, and it's so cool because it's like a brow at the start, and it's like overhanging, big moves, and then it totally changes, and it's like little crimps up a wall. So yeah, go check that movie out, you too. It's on EpicTV Italia.
I absolutely will. Thank you. Now, winter mountaineering, especially in the greater ranges, is frankly just a silly idea. But a couple of people every single year pit themselves against the mountain in its most dangerous conditions. And today, we're focusing on one man. There are various expeditions taking place this winter in the greater ranges. Today, we're looking at Jost Kobusch, who's climbing on Mount Everest. Jost wants to climb a new route solo without supplementary oxygen on the West Ridge in, as we discussed, winter. The footage you're seeing was sent to us from Jost after he descended back to base camp after returning from 6,400 meters on the mountain. The route and his idea is daring, bold, brave, and almost unthinkable. In 2020, Jost reached a high point of 7,300 meters. This year, he's aiming for 8,000 meters. You can follow Jost's progress via a tracker on his website and his social media for updates. Okay, so Jost. Now, Jost is a gentleman who lives in Chamonix, and in fact, we know him. And he is a dedicated alpinist.
Yeah, those images looked unreal. How?
Yeah, exactly.
But he's like rope soloing as well and stuff like that, right? Just
Yeah,
to set up the route, I guess.
He's
or
rope
to start
soloing.
it out.
He's doing it by himself. I think in a lot of those pictures you see like an oxygen thing on him. I can only presume that's that mask that isn't an oxygen thing.
Yeah, filters the air, the cold air.
Exactly, comes back. So he's like stripped it down. If you were ever to climb something in as pure and a harder way as possible, that's what Jost is doing. Embarrassingly, I will admit, I knew he was going, right? I was obviously excited by it. I hadn't quite realised the sort of scale of what he was doing until I saw those images the other day.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's fascinating that we can follow him.
Yes.
You know, we can also, that's what we were doing last week. We're like checking up on him, where he's going, like how far up he went. But yeah, so should we add the link down below to that? Yes.
Yeah, it'll be the link to his website's down below. And it's worth remembering that he doesn't really want to be climbing it this year. He's just aiming for 8,000 meters. He's like doing this by stages, even just working out if it's possible.
Yeah, but if he gets up there, won't he be like, oh, I'll just finish it off?
I don't know, knowing Jost, knowing the way his brain works, he's probably got this all like lined up. You know what I mean? Like he's like, I'll do this and then this. And then I can't see him suddenly just being like, going, you know.
Top.
Yeah. He does this stuff smartly. So Jost, I don't know if you can see this right now. I know you're at base camp, but best of luck with the next stage, mate.
Next up, I have a news story from Spain. Italian climber and filmmaker extraordinaire Marco Zanone climbed his long-standing project and his first 9A+, first lay. We caught up with Marco to hear more about his ascent.
Hello guys, how are you? Thanks for having me on the show. I'm still very excited to have climbed my first 9A+ a few days ago. And it's been quite a process, I'd say. And that started back in December 2019 when I was here in Spain, in Catalonia with my friends. I can say it's been like a crazy journey, a stressful one for sure. But right now that I'm, standing on the top of the route, I'm feeling relieved and I'm very happy. So thanks for having me and see you in the next one.
Next up, Matthias Zarco climbed his hardest sport route to date with the ascent of Alupka 1979. He started trying it in April 2021, but due to tricky conditions in the cave, he only had limited times to try it.
Big up Marco Zanone there. Look, he's definitely a friend of the show. He's a brilliant filmmaker and project done.
Well, a weekend warrior, right?
Truly, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, 9A+. And that route continues into a 9B.
Marco's done
Sunday.
a 9A though, hasn't he?
He's done, like 2 or 3.
Okay.
But this is first 9A+.
Okay, so stepping up a bit.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, Marco, congratulations. Can't wait to see the full movie. Did you film it? Did he film it?
Well, it didn't happen or else, so it must be filmed.
Must be filmed. There's pictures, whatever. It's a nice one,
Yeah.
Marco. Now I'm chatting about the classic 8C boulder that's not an 8C boulder anymore. Dreamtime is probably one of the world's most famous 8C boulders, although now it's considered to be more like 8B+. Marco Muller has climbed the boulder via the original dyno beta, as reported by 8A.nu. It took him around 7 sessions, breaking the boulder into sections and figuring out that dyno. I feel like there should be a sort of Dreamtime season. It feels like every year we sort of chat about Dreamtime being sent a lot.
There is. Winter.
Yeah, now. Makes sense, doesn't it?
It's sent. Did he comment about the grade though?
No. He's done the original beta, which is quite interesting, but I don't know the boulder well enough to know.
So it makes it harder?
I honestly don't know. I have no idea. But certainly it was like, on an interview in A.nu, which is where I read that from, they make a specific point of it. So I don't know, you guys let me know. Does anyone know Dreamtime better than me? Is the original dyno harder than the other method? Let me know.
It looks cool.
Does look cool. Always looks cool.
I actually have more bouldering news from Ticino. Stasa Gejo posted a video of her climbing Delusions of Grandeur, an 8A+, formerly 8B, in Chironico. The boulder creeps out of a cave, and it has various big moves, and the top out looks insecure, with a small side pull undercling used to mantle over. So this boulder is meant to be an 8B. It also says on the app, on the 27 crags, but I guess she downgraded it to 8A+.
It feels like 8A+ feels like Stash's grade to me. It's like, when you're like consolidating your grades and you're like 8A+ is where I'm at. Like she's ticked that now. She's almost like she's building it up and then going for the next one.
Yeah, on 8A she tried the dagger, which is in Casciano, but she did mention that she didn't feel good on it or something, so she kind of rerouted and climbed these boulders instead. But yeah, the dagger is an 8B+.
Nice. Right, that's it. Normal news done. We're going to move on to the 9B counter. So last week, T, we had a discussion about it.
Yes.
We looked at people's feedback and you came up with a suggestion, right?
Yeah. So this might be controversial, but I cannot wait to hear in the comments down below what people think. We should keep the 9B counter because it works. And we'll keep it digital because it's professional.
And some paper, can we have 2?
Can we have, sure, we can have paper as well.
We'll decide that. We'll see.
Okay. But to smash together 9Bs and 9As because we allocate different numbers anyway. So we keep it as the 9B counter.
Yes.
But for women like Anak, that she climbed a 9A twice, so she gets 2 points, but she ends up on the same counter.
Okay, so your idea is that we combine it and therefore we'll get a best climber of the year,
Sure.
but within it. So hang on, so how much does a woman get for a 9A?
1 point.
How much does a man get for a 9B?
1 point.
Okay, fine. So we're doing it like that?
Yeah.
But what if a woman climbs 9B this year?
Well, it's 3 points.
Okay.
And last year they climbed 9B.
But then there isn't a 3-point equivalent for men, right?
Yeah,
Unless
there
we
is.
see a 9C. Okay.
And they're going
all
to
right.
climb 9C.
No, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It would be an interesting idea.
I'm going to step it up.
What do you guys think about that? Like, I think it's kind of cool. Like, I like the fact that it's combined and we can have...
It's genderless.
It's
That's not
sort
true.
of, although we're giving different grades to different stuff. But what it will mean is at the end of the year, we can have like a winner
The
of
best.
the 9B counter.
The best climber.
Yes. Yeah?
What happened to the 8Cs and trad?
Life is busy. Life is busy. But if we take your idea, and we will for this week at least, that means that Anak... Does she get 2 points for climbing it
yeah,
twice?
of course.
She can't. It's got to be her first time.
She climbed it twice.
Yeah, but that means that Adam could one day decide that he wants to win the 9B counterer, and you know what he's like. He could just go and climb all of his 9As at a crack in a day, get loads of points and win.
He doesn't get points for 9As.
A good point. 9Bs?
Yes. But no, I mean, surely she climbed it twice. It's still 2 routes.
I don't think that counts at all. I think it should be like the one time.
No, but with and without a knee pad, it's a different thing.
Okay.
Bleedy knees, Vietnam bleedy knees.
Look, you've heard my opinion. I don't think it should be twice. Terry thinks it should. Let us know in the comments down below what you think. You guys are integral to the 9B counter. Without you, we're lost.
Shop stuff, and the winter sale is going on EpicTV. And while browsing through the page, I saw something interesting that I actually have here with me. The DMM short hole 30, and it's really empty because I'm not climbing today, even though I got my shoes hanging because I'm too lazy to untie them. But yeah, I use this backpack pretty much for everything, and it's 24% off, which means you can get it for 58 euros.
That's very good.
That's very good for a backpack that does it all. 'Cause
Yeah.
it really does for me. Like 30 liters, if you can fit in everything.
Well, you use it more as like your backpack than is your climbing backpack.
No, that's not true.
That's absolutely true.
That's
It's,
not
it's
true.
with you every day. It's got your
I
laptop.
climb most of the time. That's not
yes,
true.
yes, yes.
But I do use it for work, and it has a computer sleeve, which is super handy because when I go climbing, I just take the computer out, and most of my crap is already in it because it's so big.
There you
I've
go.
got like 3 nail cutters in there. 30 liters holds up everything.
Thank goodness, no quick draws but nail cutters. I want to talk about Physiavantage, which is a new brand in the EpicTV shop. Nutrition, sort of like supplements, performance stuff. There's Nalgene's. Super interesting brand and interesting for EpicTV. We will be doing more about this brand in the future, but check them out. It's Eric Horst's brand. You know, the trainer dude who
Yeah,
had millions of views on YouTube.
He's a very, very well trusted trainer. Like it's quite
He is,
exciting
yeah.
that this range of products is coming from him
Yeah.
and his team.
No, absolutely. It's quality stuff, so do go and check that out as well. Content.
Ooh, what do we have this week? What do we have this
Well,
week?
we've got a bouldering film from the main EpicTV channel in Mexico, which is a country I've never visited that I'd love to visit, especially for climbing. It's out there in the jungle exploring stuff, finding new boulders. Check out this teaser.
So this is Mineral del Chico. It's a forest located in the state of Hidalgo.
Behind Pachuca, a couple of hours of Mexico City, outside the national park of Mineral del Chico.
And this place is really special for climbing because actually here is one of the first places that started the pioneers of climbing in Mexico.
This place have plenty of potential for bouldering and sport climbing and multi-pitch climbing.
We kind of continue the tradition but with bouldering. We started developing the area. It's a new sector, it's a new area.
Now, before we move on to comment of the week, we wanted to have a little discussion about something, and that is something interesting that's cropping up around Off the Wagon. Now, this has been featured in the news a lot at the moment because conditions are good in Val Bavona. It's a boulder that starts, as the name suggests, off an old farmyard wagon, goes up, has this amazing cross-through move. There's a low start to it. Now, on Sergei's YouTube channel,
Yes.
we discussed Sergei last week. He did off the wagon low. He had a video about it, and he said something interesting, didn't he?
To quote him, it should be said that the hold before the cross move is a bit different than it was in April 2021 when I tried it last time. A small crystal is missing. So the crystal is missing, which basically says that you can put the thumb so you have more surface area for your fingers and
Yeah.
makes the move easier overall.
Yeah, and this gets a bit deep because we were in Valbavona, I was anyway, with Dave Graham and a bunch of other people. And as part of the sort of discussions around that boulder, that was mentioned that they thought the crystal thing had changed. But no one really knows if it's gone. It feels
Yeah, but
different.
changes or chipped?
Who knows? And I'm not going to sort of like unleash that controversy, but
Who climbed it last?
dude, I'm out of this
I don't
one.
know, the
This is
people
a
of the
fight.
internet can answer.
It's interesting that Sergei brought it up because we'd heard rumors about it maybe feeling different, that hold. Sergei is the first one I've seen who said it.
Yeah.
Whether it's still the grey, he actually mentioned that it didn't really make a difference from the low starts.
He says, or maybe 8C would be more right for their low now. So
Yeah.
it's not an 8C plus anymore,
So
maybe. But
he's-
maybe.
Yeah, he's just maybe. He does say, I think the line before that, he's like, I don't think it makes too much of a difference from the sit.
Yeah.
So it could still be 8C plus. It might be downgraded a bit. Is the stand now 8B instead of 8B plus?
But then it's a shame that the grade changed if somebody chipped it off.
Yes,
or maybe they
exactly.
just brush it too vigorously.
Look, and this is why I don't want to get into it because anything might have happened. It hasn't even been confirmed that there's something missing on it. It's just from people who have tried it before and now. Apparently, it feels different, a bit easier maybe. But that's just something we're hearing, and Sergei confirmed it on his YouTube channel. Interesting, definitely worth keeping an eye on as things develop, I think. Right, comment of the week, T. And kind of a pre-comment. Someone sent us a message saying, like, "Oh, you didn't look at our heavy metal tune."
We've definitely
I swear
seen
we did
it.
it. Didn't we
Like
do it?
we've seen it, and hopefully it's in a past news show.
Yeah, I think we did a heavy metal one. I
Yeah.
remember 2 heavy metal comment of the week songs.
Yeah, and they're both really good.
They are very good. If you want to send your comment of the week song, send it to climb@epictv.com. We check them out, we use them, do that, or DM us on Instagram, all that stuff. T, we need to sing.
No.
Yes, it's that moment. You ready? Don't look at me like that. It's going to happen. 1, 2, 3. Comment
of the
week. Ooh, like that.
Short and sweet, Matt.
Very short and sweet, like me. Right, so let's look at my first. Have you got one?
I do have one
Go on.
from a classic commenter, Cosmo Steve. He says, I want Hugo, Teresa, Matt to build a human pyramid of Hugo on top so he can claim to have summited the Matterhorn.
See what he did there?
Matt and Terry. Horn.
Yeah.
Like the Matterhorn.
Yeah. Yeah, they're there.
Yeah.
They're there, yeah. That is
Yeah.
a good idea. He should do that. He can claim it, tick it, put it on his UKC
A
logbook.
human pyramid. How do we're not even.
Didn't you-
To do pyramids, you need to be at least the same.
I didn't know that note.
Well, the bottom needs to be like,
Flat.
yes,
Right.
but like,
So you've either got to go up or I've got to go down. So
yeah,
Hugo
you can
stand
go,
on us.
yeah.
Right. So basically this human pyramid is him standing on us.
Yes.
Not really a human pyramid, more of just abuse in the workplace, but fair enough, we'll have to see it. My comment is from Schweindaktik81. Speed climbing could actually be interesting if they changed the route in every event. I think they did this before 2007. I don't know if they did it before 2007, but I disagree with you. Here's why I disagree with you. Have you ever seen someone trying to speed climb for the first time? It's so awful because you don't know where you're going. You're trying to be quick. You kick the wall. If they change it every time, you get a bunch of pro athletes looking like idiots. They'd all be just like trying to go quick. They'd be falling off. They wouldn't know where to go. They wouldn't have worked it out.
That's the fun part.
I don't know if it's fun.
Yes.
It's a bit like getting a golfer and going like, right, go and play 18 holes. By the way, every shot you hit, you don't know where it's going to go next. It's just out there.
That would be an added challenge to that walk in the park.
It would be an added challenge. Keep your comments coming. Make sure you subscribe as well to our YouTube channel. Leave us a thumbs up, all that kind of stuff. And we'll be back next week.